Hi everyone, it's Renee with Delaney Jane Cards. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share the unboxing of Pink & Main's new Crafty Courtyard kit titled Ladybugs. The kit is packed so cute. I actually took this tissue paper and set it aside for a future project. And the kit always comes with cardstock, but this time we also got some glitter paper. This comes with one sheet of red glitter cardstock, one sheet of stop sign, one sheet of sunny sky, one sheet of on the green, and one sheet of asphalt cardstock. And then you get this sheet that has not only the kit contents on one side, but card sketches on the other. And I will use those card sketches later to create 4 cards. You always get this zipper pouch, and in the zipper pouch you'll find this confetti. It's a bunch of ladybugs and these little 3D ladybug stickers. Well, they're like little wooden ladybugs and they have a little 3D foam sticker on the bottom. Super cute. I did not end up using them today, but they are adorable. You will also get these neutral sticky gems in all sizes, this paper pack, and it is a what did they call this? Bugs and Berries sample paper pack. They are 8.5 by 5.5, so about a half a sheet of cardstock, and I did use them today in creating my cards. They are so pretty, and they are single-sided, so you don't have to pick or choose which pattern you're going to use. You can use them all, and Michelle does such a great job with these kits. They're amazing. And then this is the thing that I wanted the most. This is the typewriter embossing folder, and it is letters. And then it comes with this cute as a bug sentiment 4x6 stamp. There's also a little tiny ladybug and a little like glow bug or a bee in there, and then a ladybug die set. So let's jump right in. This is card 1. I've taken the one of the sketches and I have altered it slightly, removing one of the layers. I did not add the long rectangle that would have been vertical. I just chose not to. I did try to use Pink & Main dies, but I did pull some dies from my stash, like the circle dies. But this square and the little frame is an old Pink & Main die. I'm not sure if it's still available, but dies do not expire, and neither do stamp sets. You know, you don't have to get rid of them when the newest thing comes out. And that's one nice thing about these Crafty Courtyard kits, is because you get enough to make several cards in the kit with your consumables, but you also have these long haul items, or items that you can add to your stash, like dies and gems. And yeah, I know gems are consumable, but you aren't going to use them all at one time. So for this card sketch here, I did layer all my layers with black, because that is how the sketch is drawn. It has like layers on it, and I chose black because that is a very good neutral, and I just thought it brought everything together. And sometimes a pop of black is perfect. There is a lot of pattern going on here, but adorable, and they all coordinate. So for this square here, because it is the same die, I just cut it out, 2 different times, one out of black, one out of pattern paper. I'm actually going to just piece the square back together with this foam tape here, so that I didn't have to add anything else to hold those pieces together. And just to make sure we get adhered really nice, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of liquid glue to my foam tape. It just allows me to move it around if I need to. I'm going to adhere down my circle with my little ladybug on the leaf. And then I have my sentiment here. This is a very old die that I have. I'm pretty sure it's an MFT die maybe. And I die cut it out, and then I just added a little fishtail border to it, and that is card 1. For card 2, I apologize, my head was in the way. I am using the sketch that is all circles. It's got 8 circles on it, and I decided this would be a really good one to kind of feature one item. And okay, so I just moved across the country, and I don't even have all my stuff out, including my T rulers, any of that. So I'm using this little blue plastic school ruler. I did, after I made these cards, find my T ruler, so hopefully this is the last time we see this little blue ruler doing a whole bunch of nothing in my video. But I tried to line my circles up. They're not perfect. This is a handmade card. But again, I am using that pattern paper, and then these little circles I'm pretty sure these circles are from Spellbinders, maybe. Nope, Stampin' Up. They're from Stampin' Up. And I don't even know if they have those anymore. Actually, I don't know where all my extra dies came from, honestly. They're old. Like I said, they don't expire, so I keep them in their basic shapes, so there's no reason to toss that stuff out. But I did create 8 of these ladybugs. I liked the ones that were kind of full ladybugs, and I did one with the glitter cardstock that came in the kit, and I did the other 7 with the stop sign cardstock, so that the one was super special. And then the sentiment banner that I'm using here, I believe that is a Pink and Main die. I don't know. It's just a banner die. Find a banner die. It just goes along with the sketch, and it has that banner edge, and I'm going to go ahead and just glue this down. But because I have the circle and then the 2 layers of the ladybug, I didn't want my banner to like bend in the middle. So I'm just putting in a couple pieces of cardstock. I realized 2 was not enough, so I did end up adding one more little piece of cardstock here to kind of bridge the gap between those 2 ladybugs, just so that my banner has a little bit of stability. You know, it's got to have a good foundation. Then I was going to cut that with my small scissors, and it is always easier to cut a straight line with larger scissors, and so I switched that up. And I'm just adding my card panel to a black panel so that I can frame that. And that is card number 2. Isn't it cute? Card number 3. This is a piece of Post-it sticky tape, and I'm using that to lay out my little wiggles. What are these called? Like pinked edges or rickrack? I think they would be like rickrack if you were sewing. But this is a die from, I think, Sunny Studios. I'm not sure. But Pink and Main has some really cute border dies, and I probably would have used one of those had I found it first, but I didn't. So I just stuck them together like this just to hold them together, and then it allowed me to kind of stick down part of these strips first, take my little piece of Post-it tape off, and then stick everything else down. I just made sure that I had them all together, and you can kind of see a little bit of pattern paper from in between, but it's fine. But it does match the card sketch. There are 5 stripes, just like the card sketch, and I did those stripes out of that same red stop sign cardstock and the red glitter cardstock that came in the kit. I'm going to add this circle and this heart-shaped ladybug. And one of the leaves, I just thought, oh, maybe it needs a little bit of a pop of green because, you know, there's the leaves in the background. And then I chose to cut this banner at a little bit of an angle. I just thought it fit really nicely underneath the circle. And that circle does have a little bit of a scalloped edge. I just thought that was kind of cute. Oh, this is the green from the cardstock. It's called On the Green. And what a gorgeous color of green that is. I was actually pleasantly surprised when I opened the kit. And I don't know, that green is gorgeous. I might actually have to get some because I don't think I have that color green, and well, maybe I do, maybe I just haven't found it yet. And I applied card 3 to a black card panel and then moved on to card 4. Card 4, I'm using this adorable strawberry background paper and a stripe paper and a little piece of red glitter cardstock. I'm going to trim that off so everything is even, and then I'm going to go ahead and add this angled panel. This is the same pattern paper. It's pattern paper from the kit, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. This was the easiest way I could figure out how to do this. I'm sure there's way easier ways, but I just glued it down and then trimmed it off so that I only kept the part that I wanted, and I got the design I was looking for. I have this little branch here, which I die cut 3 times out of brown cardstock from my scrap bin, and then I just layered them together so that they had a little bit of dimension. I'm going to go ahead and add a flag banner to the end of this sentiment strip and stick that down so that it overlaps the different pattern papers. The white and the red kind of work like neutrals on here, and I think they do well. So then I'm going to stick this branch down. I do have some leaves that I die cut out of that same on the green cardstock. Like I said, gorgeous green color. It's just beautiful, and it's so saturated, and I don't know, I just really liked it. So here I'm just going to adhere this little branch down, and I could see this branch used for so much stuff. I have lots of like branch stamps, but I'm wondering what I could do with this branch die, because now I have lots of ideas. So I just stuck a few of these leaves down here just to make it look like the ladybug wasn't just walking on a dead stick. I added 5 because odd numbers are good. And my little ladybug, this is one of the ones that's like walking, and the kit does come with 2 directions, so you can make him walk either way, but I thought walking to the leaves was probably better. And then I saved all of the glitter spots, dots, and polka dots that came out of the ladybugs when I was die cutting them. Put them in this little container, and I'm going to use those to embellish. In the card sketch, there are 2 little, well actually I think there's 3 little circles, but I chose 2 up here on the corner, and add that to a black panel, and that is card number 4. The card base, or the card panels fronts are complete. Well, almost complete. We'll get there. So then I stamped all the inside sentiments, and I used my very stained stamp platform for this, but it worked fine. I did all 4 card bases in this, and I did 4 different sentiments. I have 2 top folding cards and 2 side folding cards. So 2 hot dog and 2 hamburger. I forget where that was from, but I think maybe that was from Operation Right Home with Sandy Allnuck. And then I added just these cute little ladybugs here in some red. I think it's lobster ink from Lawn Fawn. I just thought it went super cute. I did, I try to decorate the insides of my cards. I don't always do it, but this time, these little beautiful cards deserved it. So added a couple of little ladybugs to each one, and then I adhered them together. I do like my ATG gun. I think that it makes life easier for me. I have been using it for a very long time. I know a lot of people don't like their ATG gun, and I do. I enjoy it. I must have cut one of those wrong because I needed to trim that card base off, or maybe my cardstock wasn't square or whatever. So I'm just going through and attaching these to their coordinating card base, and I'm going to do a few finishing things here at the end just to make them even more special. Oh, this probably was the same piece of paper, and I cut those 2 card bases. I bet you that piece of paper was just a little long. And here's the last one here. Getting that put onto a card base. I just think they're so cute, and I love pattern paper so much. Oh, here. I left this in because I wanted to show. There was some sticky stuff from the adhesive or the tape that I used to die cut, and if I rubbed over it with my fingers, I would have left like dirt. So I used my white eraser, and it took a little bit, but it all came off. For the black dots on all of the ladybugs, I did choose to use black Nuvo drops, more so because you see this one that's got the heart wings. It doesn't cover, like the black body does not sit behind all of the dots, so you can see the white that's poking through, and I just didn't really like that. And I looked through my stash to see if I could find like black glitter cardstock or something like that, and I did not find what I was looking for, so I used this black Nuvo drops, and then I decided to do that to all of them. And on these little sideways bugs, they have an eyeball, and I used a black glaze pen there to just fill in the eyeball. The one fell out while I was creating, so I could have left him. He would have had green eyes, but I made him have the little glossy black eye. So those are my cards. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that Pink and Main puts these kits together. I think they're super awesome, and they help to spur creativity, and I think they're worth the money. If you're purchasing them, I think they're the best deal out there. So here are some closer looks, and as I always say, give cards generously.